While the Ninjabike Messenger Backpack has not challenged the meta, it does bring a ton of playstyle variety, and in a game that is 4 years old, that has to be a good thing. So I set out to create 3 Ninjabike builds that are an absolute blast to play. I've always found tank builds to be a bit of a snooze fest. While they're almost unkillable, their damage output is often so low that enemies die of old age first. So I created a build that could put out massive damage, one-shot enemies, and live to tell the tale. This build uses 3 pieces of the Foundry Bulwark gear set. This is a great gear set for tanking damage because it delivers 3 incredible benefits. Firstly, the makeshift repairs talent repairs 20% of damage taken to either my armor or shield over 15 seconds. Which is increased to 30% with the chest piece that I'm running. On top of this great healing, the gear set provides constant healing through 1% armor regeneration, which I've added to through 1 piece of Bellstone Armory, which provides another 1% armor regen and 10% armor on kill. Foundry Bulwark also provides top tier damage mitigation through a 10% total armor buff and a 50% shield health buff. Now we know that the Ninjabike Backpack comes with all 3 cores, but due to its talent, so does the Picaro's holster. And this sets me up with an incredible 4 defensive cores, 3 utility cores, and most importantly, 4 offensive cores. Having 1.6 million armor is great, but having a Crusader shield with 5.4 million armor, which is being healed constantly by our gear set and a hive, is fucking awesome. So that's the almost unkillable part sorted. But how to deliver massive damage? Well, when I want to hit hard at close range, I reach for my reliable Super 90 shotgun, hitting for nearly 900,000 damage at twice the RPM of other pump action shotguns, and with the talent Optimus to buff this damage even further, getting in the face of an elite, and they are going down. Non-elites go down even quicker because for my secondary weapon, I'm running Sweet Dreams, which lets me one-shot non-elites with a melee hit every 15 seconds. And yes, shield bashes with the Crusader shield do activate this talent. My damage output is buffed by running 50% critical hit chance and 93% critical hit damage, which I get to with 5 critical hit chance and 4 critical hit damage attributes. With all of the armor regen in this build, there is no need to stack anything but offensive attributes and mods. This build solves the problem of making a tanky build fun to play, but there was another problem that I wanted to find a solution for. We've all been there. An outcast explosive rusher is running straight at us, and we run out of ammo. Well, I found a build that means that you'll never have that problem again. Want a gun with more than 400 rounds in the mag, or an SMG with nearly 90 rounds that hits really hard. All this with 4 defensive cores, 4 offensive cores, and 2 utility cores for a great all-round build. And while the Ninjabike Backpack makes this possible, it is the 2 pieces of the True Patriot gear set and 2 pieces of Brazos that delivers it. True Patriot buffs ammo capacity and magazine by 30%. While Brazos adds another 20% to the magazine. The Brazos Picaro's holster also comes with 3 cores. Contractor's gloves are perfect for this build with their LMG damage, damage to armor, and weapon handling, which is great when using LMGs. With this and its unique muzzle, the Stoner Lang LMG is an absolute laser, making it easy to hit shots at distance. The large pouch which you get from the gunner specialization maximizes the magazine on this weapon, and the rate of fire and reload buffs from that specialization are great too for this build. There is no need for any magazine buffs to the SMG I'm using, Cold Relations. This gun already comes with a large magazine, and it is rolled with an additional 12.5% magazine attribute. While this alone makes this gun great for the build, the best synergy comes from its talent, Perfect Strained. This talent delivers an additional 80% critical hit damage when firing for 4 seconds, which with this much ammo, you can certainly do. For the same reason I rolled Strained onto the Stoner Lang, where it will be at max stacks most of the time. To get the most out of this talent, I am looking to get my critical hit chance as close to the cap as possible by running critical hit chance on weapon mods and on my gear. With 4 critical hit chance attributes and 1 mod, I've got my critical hit chance to the 6% cap on Cold Relations and 50% on the Stoner Lang. This high critical hit chance also synergizes incredibly well with the talent on my chest piece, Obliterate, which delivers delivers an additional 25% weapon damage buff. Every other attribute and mod can be put into critical hit damage, albeit I do have one armor regen on my chest piece, which is actually quite useful to have. When fully optimized and at max stacks, this build will be running 130% critical hit damage on the Stoner Lang and 170% on Cold Relations, letting me put out some awesome sustained DPS. This is a build where using cover and a Crusader shield is necessary. The Crusader shield comes with 4.7 million health, which is plenty enough to burn down any enemies that get through the bullet hell from my LMG. So a fun tanky build, check. Bottomless ammo build, check. But there was one more build that I wanted to create. The Vector SMG is the fastest RPM in the game at 1200, so I was curious, just how far can we turn up this insanity? There are two gear sets in the game that buff rate of fire. The Striker gear set provides a 15% buff, and the Umbra gear set another 15%, which rises to 30% with the chest piece talent from the shadows. So running 3 pieces of Umbra including the chest, and 2 pieces of Strikers with the Ninjabike Backpack will increase the RPM on my Vector SMG to 1740. This means we can fire an entire clip of ammo in just under 2 seconds. Utter madness. For my other weapon I'm using the FAMAS, a high fire rate assault rifle which comes with a base 900 RPM, 1305 with the buffs I'm getting. The Vector I'm using is Dark Winter, which comes with the Talent Perfect Killer, which grants 50% critical hit damage on a critical kill. On my FAMAS I'm running Strained, which also buffs critical hit damage by 50% after firing for 2.5 seconds, which is around 1 mag. On top of this, the Umbra gear set also adds 100% critical hit damage at full stacks with From the Shadows. So to maximise damage output, I want to run both weapons as close to the 60% critical hit chance cap as I can. The Umbra gear set gives me 15% critical hit chance, and then it's just a case of stacking critical hit chance mods on my FAMAS and 2 attributes on my gear as needed to get there. Dark Winter comes with 21% critical chance, so I can roll all of its weapon mods to critical hit damage, along with the rest of the attributes and mods on my gear. Fully optimised and at full stacks, I'm running 58% critical hit chance and 282% critical hit damage on my Dark Winter, and 56.5% critical hit chance and 272% critical hit damage on my FAMAS, all at an incredible RPM. It's not hard to see how this build will melt enemies in seconds, but does all of this damage output come at the expense of survivability? Well, yes it does. To counter this, I did end up running 2 defensive cores and also a Crusader shield to soak up some of the damage. I am also running the Banshee Pulse to CC enemies, letting me burn them down before they can fire. To get the Banshee Pulse, I am using the Gunner Specialization, which given it adds another rate of fire and reload buff, synergizes well with the build. It also comes with 10% armor on kill, but most of my survivability comes from the Umbra gear set, which builds up stacks of up to 40% armor regeneration when I'm out of cover. The playstyle with this build is to build up stacks in cover, pop out to melt enemies, and then drop back in for a few seconds to regenerate armor. Once you get the rhythm of it, it works incredibly well. If you are looking for more tips on how to maximize your Ninjabike builds, check out this video here.